Hello everybody, before we start this video I'd like to give a shout out to 3 people this time. We will this week we're doing Yon Nightcore, Kawasaki Sui Ch, and Leiacy and Tonocha. And from everyone here at SHOUTOUT Super 5 as well as everyone from the Master Legion and everyone in the SHOUTOUT Patrol made by family and Manny Posse, we wish you good luck in your ongoing future. Now without any further ado, let's begin your featured presentation. Hope you'll enjoy the video and have a good day. Hello everybody, my name is SHOUTOUT Super 5 and welcome back everybody to another venture into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore in SHOUTOUT Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Last time we had ourselves a Xyz Extravaganza, starting with the Gears of Justice Dispatch, where we learned all about the gears and how they stopped an evil mastermind from taking over the world. And then we went into cyberspace where we went over the digital bug archetype. But both matches were pretty close, if anything. But you know, win or lose, it was still a good duel, and I hope that the series will. Oh, yes. Sorry about that. What was I say? I mean, again, this match. I stumbled on my lines already. I'll pick myself back up when we get back. But this week, we're going to have ourselves a Pendulum Carnival this time around with these two next up. First off, we're going over, for this week, we're going over the Steam Dinosaur, the Steam Dinosaurs of Uncharted Lands and the Colossal Mechanical Conch, which feature the Dynamist archetype and the Cleaver archetype. Both are Pendulum-based decks and all very good components for our Pendulum Parade, but then in the next 2 weeks coming up, because I had a little bit of a look over for the World Chalice up to World Legacy monsters, I have a feeling we're going to be on the Legend of the Star Heroes for the next 2 weeks, because it, surprisingly enough, compared to all the stories in this game, this one is like one of the biggest ones yet. And I don't know about everyone else, to be fair. Maybe this one, no. It doesn't have 2 stories, to be fair, but there is like 1 or 2 new gates in there that could feature new stories in there. So, but even with that the case, the series still looks good. After the Legend of the Star Heroes for the next 2 weeks, we will be going back to 3 to 2 archetypes a day, mainly 3, so that we can get the series out of the way for a upcoming one-off special and and also it's a very special surprise because just a day ago, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 days ago by the time I've uploaded this video, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 got a brand new DLC, so we'll definitely be covering that before the Genshin one-off specials, in which it includes Power Awakening Piccolo, Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Hero, which of course are very interesting characters. A lot of people didn't expect them to be quite overpowered, but yet again, that's what we expected when Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Full Power Legendary Super Saiyan Broly was when they got into the game. But, well, there's a bit of story content in there, which means another one-off special. So, look forward to seeing that before, well, when the series ends, to be fair. But we've still got plenty of Master Duels left over, so don't worry, there's still got plenty of that. But after this, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a shift, so before the Genshin one-off specials, we're going to have ourselves a Xenoverse 2 one-off special, which it will cover the Hero of Justice Pack 2, which is the one that recently came out, where we will have ourselves a wander into the story mode. Maybe it might contain a few cute little scenes or little nods to the latest Dragon Ball Superhero movie. We'll just have to find out when we get to it. So, you know, other than that little update, before we start this video in our little Pendulum Parade, the only other big news I've got to say so far is that next week on the 18th, again, it's made the Lovable Dork Box 5 anniversary. Some people may find it silly to have like an anniversary like every month of every year, to be fair, on the same date, but you know, it just, you know, some people will like that. Some people, like if they're that much in love, to be fair, I mean, who am I to say, like, you know, how many, you know, if it's every month, to be fair, it's very good. You know, keeps well prepared. And on the 18th, I hope everyone will wish both Meg and Boxfy a very happy anniversary. I hope you have a happy anniversary. I can't even speak when I'm trying to give a heartfelt message. But yeah, Yeah, have a happy anniversary, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it, because next week is going to be a little bit quiet, but then the week after there's going to be a Ozma's Wisdom. Yeah, there's Ozma's Wisdom, because just trying to give you a full, because one more like, because in July, that's going to be the second to last Seanster vs. What If, so we're still good for the time being, but there is going to be at least 2 more Ozma's Wisdom episodes before the arrival of the Naruto Seanster cut, meaning that, well, who knows what will come after that, but only one way to find out as the weeks continue. But without any further ado, and before I stumble on my English anymore, I highly apologise, and let's get right into today's video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and the series to come, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content coming soon. And for our Source 2.5 as well as everyone for the Mass Legion and everyone's Just Patrol made by Family Manny Posse. We all hope that you enjoyed today's video. I would not be here without all your support, and I'm very thankful for your company with these magnificent adventures. Even though it may not be as action-packed as most series, it's still always enjoyable to have all of you by my side for these adventures, and I cannot be more thankful for it. I cannot be more thankful for it. So, now, our journey through the studies of the SHOUTOUT 2.5 Kazuki Takahashi Memorial School of Dueling will continue now as we proceed onward to see the steam dinosaurs of uncharted lands. Let the Pendulum Parade begin! A great river rushing through pristine water. A forest inhabited with a bounty of creatures. A volcano brimming with boiling lava. Those are unexplored lands, full of the wonders of nature. Therein creatures with their own unique ecology live mechanical dinosaurs. Known as dynamists, their novelties lie in the steam engines that power their hulking forms. The key to their survival in the great wilderness is that their bodies are suited to harsh environments. This time, let's take a closer look at the shrouded ecology of the Dino-Mists. Drifting with the gentle flow of the river is the long-necked Dino-Mist Peliso. Long name. Oh, it's anyway. It derives its energy from water absorbed through a pipe in its tail. Not only is it stabilizing energy produced by its hover unit supporting the beast's own weight, the balance between the water imbibed and the steam release prevents flooding of the river. As a result, land-dwelling companions are protected from potential flood damage. Flying freely through the great skies is the winged Dynamist Petran. Turbines on both wings collect moisture in the air and generate energy for a high speed flight. The water vapor released is cooled by the atmosphere, turning into rain clouds and hydrating the earth. Among those of the Dino-Mists, those in the waters and skies are a rarity. So sorry, everyone. Next, let's take a look at the many Dino-Mists that dwell on the land. In the duel, I think. Is that what you're doing? Well, I mean, didn't give much of an explanation on the Dino-Mists of the land, but we'll see in the duel, shall we? Yeah, it's always best to show a bit to tell in some situations. Anyway, I digress. Alonzi, here we go. To the Dino-Mist lands we go. Give us a little volcano feel this time, okay? Ooh, and a full hand from the start. Scale 6 and 2 scale 3s. This is not good, but gotta play it defensive at first. So, banish one normal trap from your deck, except Trap Trick. Set the card with the same name directly from your deck. It can be activated this turn. Well, might as well set Trap Trick face down. But then, so that one's a Steam Synchron. Okay, it's a tuna monster. So not only is it a pendulum, but it also provides, synchro support. Okay, Ignister Prominence. I heard this card was pretty good. Let's see how this works well with the Dynamists. So, the Dynamists are roughly pendulum-based archetypes. However, with pendulum power at hand, they could pretty much be suited with anyone, really, so long as, in this case, you have a scale 6 and a scale 3, but that will mean that you can only pendulum summon monsters that are levels 4 through 5, which is quite limited. But if you play your cards right, and if you have a if you have a link monster field, you can summon more, but you can only summon one pendulum monster back from the extra deck and into your extra monster zone. But to demonstrate, I will set the pendulum scale with my scale 3 Dynamis Ceratops and my scale 6 Dynamis Brachion. I can set the pendulum scale. And now I can swing the pendulum my way and pendulum summon my Dynamis Spinos. Yeah, I've always got to love these summoning animations. It really is cool. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's see. Level 8. Let's see. Target one pendulum monster on the field or in the pendulum zone. Destroy it. And if you do, shuffle one card into your... I guess I could do that, but But since it's only my first turn, I'll hold fire for now. Okay. I will activate Trap Trick now, just in case. Because I have a feeling, yep, it's going to add a Dynamis to his hand. So, Dynamis Rush, okay. Well, this brings us a free Dynamis right from the get-go, so I've got no complaints here. Okay, I'm going to hang fire just for a moment, hang fire just for a moment, and now he's going to pendulum summon something. Oh, it's a different scale this time. Only defense mode, and there's a card face down. Well, okay, destroy it during the end phase. Well, it's best, if it says destroy during the end phase, then it's probably best to do it on your turn rather than, okay, level 4. A level 4 Dynamis. Well, see how this goes. I play the trap Dynamis Rush. And with this I could special summon a Dynamis from my deck to the field. So, take it to the field is my Dynamis, I'm going to say this right, Placios. That's it, Placios. I don't know why it took me a while to say that name. Alright, right. Now, next I will summon from my hand the Tuna Monster Steam Synchron. And then I will tune my Steam Synchron with my Dynamis Spinos. And I'll Synchro summon my Ignista Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. Don't want to mess around when he's on the field. Next I activate my Ignista Prominence's special effect. And with it I can target one Pendulum Monster on my field. And then I will... Oh, it's anyone's! It's anyone's field! He's got Pendulum Monsters! Okay. Right, well, I'm gonna get rid of his scale because I have a feel and return one card to the deck. I think I'll do that. Okay, well, he gets his card back in his hand, but at least it's prevented anything too severe for now. But now, I can pendulum summon monsters from my extra deck. Now, again... If you have a link monster out in the field, you can summon more, but if you're planning on pendulum summoning from the extra deck, you can only pendulum summon one monster. But despite the downgrade, it can still be good. Next, I activate my Ignista Prominence's other effect and summon one Draco Slayer from my deck in defense position. Good thing I've got Luster Pendulum to do the biz for me. And next... well, since I've got 4 monsters on my field, might as well... a fusion summon or a link summon? What would be best? What would be the ideal? Might as well go with a fusion summon this time. Now, although I don't have a fusion monster, this does count, to be fair, because some monsters allow themselves to be fusion summoned even without polymerization. So I'll send my Draco Slayer and my Spinos that I just got back in order to fusion summon my Dynasty Power, the Mighty Draco Slayer. And next, I will then overlay... No, I won't. I'll just keep them on the field for now. Instead, I'll attack. Oh, clever, but I can still attack it. Okay. What I did wrong is that sometimes the cards in the Pendulum Zone have effects which can be brutal, but that thankfully that one could only prevent a monster on the main monster zone from being destroyed. So, yeah, it could vary depending on who's in the Pendulum scale, but. Yeah, but I mean, they can like negate traps, they can negate spells, but thankfully it was just a monster destruction, so no worries about that. Next, I will overlay my 2 Dynamists on the field in order to build the overlay network and Xyz summon Majesta Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer. And surprisingly enough, we got ourselves 4 special summoning methods all in one go. So I activate my Majesta Paladin's effect by and now, let's see. That's 1 overlay unit to gate. Oh, I can special summon my Luster Pendulum back from the Pendulum scale. That's good. And I'll end my turn. And then I'll activate my Majesta Paladin's effect, and I get to add another Dynamist from my deck to my hand. Let's bring in Dynamist Rex. Why not? And I'll end my turn. Okay, oh, and you even got a field spell too. Oh, that's powered up to some extent. Okay. Now this could either be very good or very bad. Okay. Just like that, when it destroys a monster and Dynamist card to his hand. Okay, that's what he's doing. Alright, that's what he's doing. Okay, left us in a little bit of a conundrum, but nothing that we can't get out of. I draw. Oh, well, I also have drawn a Dynamist charge, and I will activate it. And doing so, I can add a Dynamist from my deck to my hand. Let's have a little look. There we go, let's get Dynamist Spinos, just for those rare occasions, and then I'll activate my Ignister Prominence's special effect. I can target 1 Pendulum monster on the field, out or 1 Pendulum monster card in the Pendulum Zone, destroy it, and shuffle 1 card into the deck. I will get rid of your Dynamist Ankylos, and I will also send your face down right back to your deck. Okay, and then I will proceed to Pendulum Summon my Spinos and my Rex from my hand to gain ourselves a little bit of an advantage. Whoa, and that one has an animation, that's so cool! Okay, and then I will activate my Dynamist Spinos effect by tributing 1 other Dynamist on the field. This card can get a second attack in, and because of my monster's broken effect, this card's broken effect, if a Dynamist was returned, if Dynamist were added from the field to your extra deck face up, or add 1 of these cards to your hand. Alright, and then I will tribute my Luster Pendulum to bring back my Rex in attack mode. There we go. Now, although this sometimes Pendulum monsters go into the Pendulum Zone, they can be used for a tribute material, so have no fear, for it shall still prevail. Now, I will give my Spinos the double barrage it deserves by attacking his Stegosaur, and thanks to his effect, he can attack again. And now it's time for my Dynamist Rex to charge in. And now my Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, will attack my opponent directly and end this duel. And that is a GG from the prehistoric era. Right, now, let's see what else the Dynamists have to offer before we move on to the marvellous mechanical Pendulum Conch, shall we? This time we direct our gaze to the left. Here a great many Dynamists can be observed, raising a great dust as they trample the earth are Dynamist Ceratops and Dynamist Stegosaur. Hardly a competition. Theirs is closer to a patrol that protects the territory. Ceratops uses sharp protrusions on their protrusions on their body. So sorry everyone, my English is not working right today, I'll be sure to fix that. To crush the boulders spewing by volcanic eruptions, making the land more suitable for their companions. Stegosaurs' backs are lined with fins on the shapes of swords that monitor the surrounding climate. Fluctuations in temperature and wind velocity that pose potential danger to the land are sensed by those fins. In the unknown lands where the dynamists live, there is one particularly perilous place, namely the volcano belt. Hearing colossal creatures glare at each other, vying to be the boss of all dynamists. Those are the Dynamist Spinos and Dynamist Rex. Both convert their steam engine's energy into electricity, and their power surpasses that of other Dynamists. The two are rivals, but when a foreign enemy invades, they band together to protect their territory. That is the role as bosses. And so, the Dynamists perform their symbolic roles as they coexist in those unexplored lands. Yeah, it's quite wonderful how the Yu-Gi-Oh! World progresses. Like, even the dinosaurs have gotten themselves a little bit of upgrades at one point. Right, now, let us commence with the Pendulum Parade. Although this has been very short, like the previous week, we will be going back to our 3 archetypes a week after the Legend of the Star Mist. But now, let us get right along to the second half of our Pendulum Parade with the marvelous mechanical conches of the Kleeforts. Let's go. On this planet, there grew a great tree they all call the Naturia's Sacred Tree. Life is born from this magnificent tree, and in death all return to it. This cycle of life, which could be called reincarnated, has been carried out on this planet for an eternity. There came a time, however, when a war was waged over the Naturia's Sacred Tree, this sacred source of life. However, the SHOUTOUT forces relentlessly attacked the Sacred Tree as if on a mission. In the face of this threat, the protectors of the Sacred Tree rose and fought back against the SHOUTOUTs. The battle reached a fever pitch, with the fate of the entire world riding on it. The A forces created a protective barrier for the Sacred Tree, and cooperating with the forces that were already in battle, they seemed to succeed in pushing back the SHOUTOUT threat. However, disaster struck when somehow someone managed to destroy the barrier. El SHOUTOUT Winder had pushed her way through the Sacred Tree. With her divine powers, she broke the seal of the Sacred Tree, and the great tree tore itself from the earth and began to rise up towards the sky. Hidden within its roots, underneath was an enormous life system. This system was the very crux of the planet's life cycle. As if returning to the system, the cores it had once lost began to float towards it, and were then sucked inside. Using the recovered cores as their source of power, the Kleeforts' weapons hidden within the system began to activate. As each Kleefort sprang to life, they flew out into the distance, all across the land. Only time would tell what the Kleeforts were after. Well, if they're after a duel, then they certainly have got one. So let's get right into the dueling actions. See how the pendulum might progresses in the duel. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and for whatever adventures comes next, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content coming soon. Would not be here without all of you, and I really do appreciate all your support. And now, let the Pendulum Parade come to an end, or should I say, end off with a bang. I really need to plan these right too. Sorry, I'll try to fix my English by the time I get back next week. But here we go. Last duel of the Pendulum Parade, Alan Z. Nice mechanical field there, nice. Okay. Now, the Cleaforts, much like the Dynamists again, are a pendulum-based support group, but if handled correctly, they can be normal summon without tributing, but it is well, actually, am I thinking right? No, it's when they're special summon, yeah, because if you take Cleafort Cephalopod, for example, when this card is normal summon without tributing, you can also discard a tribute. If this is normal summon without tribute, or it is special summoned, then it becomes a level 4 and its original attack is decreased. So, it's best to stock up on monsters when you can, and then tribute them, which, of course, will unleash their full powers in due time. So, and I'm sure some people know how tribute summoning works, but for those who don't, I will gladly fill you in. Tribute summoning is a special kind of condition that allows you to summon high-level monsters through means of a tribute. If you have a level 5 to a level 6 monster, you would need 1 tribute. If you have a level 7 to 9 monster, you would need 2 tributes. But if you have a level 10, 11 or 12, which is a very rare occasion these days, then you will need a free tributes for it. But hopefully we can get ourselves a good field before that happens, so I activate the magic of Pot of Extravagance. I now banish 6 cards from my extra deck face down to draw 2 cards. And next I activate the spell card Lightning Storm. Since I control no monsters, I can destroy all spell and trap cards my opponent controls. So far, very good hand, but that can be improved on. I now activate the field spell Laser Cleat. And then I will normal summon to the field my Cleatful Cephalopod without tributing, thanks to its effect. And then I will activate the equip spell Squallface. And then I'll equip it onto my Cephalopod, which of course now it gains 300 attack points and it can't be destroyed by battle. Plus, it can be treated as 2 tributes for a Cleatfort monster. So, if I remember correctly, yes, I believe that is. I can now tribute my... I think okay, I goofed up there. But I'll set my Cephalopod and my Cleatfort Stealth in the Pendulum scale before ending my turn. And thanks to Stealth's effect, all Cleave monsters I control gain 300 attack points, so it's not a total loss. And now Cleatfort Cephalopod and my Cleatful Shell will attack the system startup directly. And I'll end my turn there. Okay. It's gonna be an easy win. Not sure how to feel about this, but let's see if we can spice it up a bit. Cleatfort Genius. Well, I mean, it's looking pretty good, so I might as well show off its full capabilities, but surprisingly enough, even Cleatforts have link materials. It's quite wondrous how the link age has come so far since, well, before it started, and now here we are. For, all kinds of cards, all as equal as each other, and with a good variety too. So, to spice things up, I will now set my... Actually, before I do that, I will first tribute my Cleatfort Cephalopod to tribute summon my Cleatfort Monolith, and then thanks to Squallface's effect in my graveyard, I can add 1 Cleatfort card from my deck to my hand, and I'll choose Oppo Cleatfort Towers. And next I will... Well, first off, I'll then set my Monolith and my Shell in the Link Arrows to Link summon my Link 2 Cleatfort Genius. And now it's on the field, let's see. You can type 1 face-up card on each player's field. Both have their effects negated. Oh man. It would have been good, but I mean, it's like, you know, why though? Why? And now I will then Pendulum Summon, and of course, since I have a Link monster on the field, I can now special summon monsters from my extra deck equal to the number of Link zones that my Link monster points to. So, seeing as that it was both pointing to the bottom left and bottom right corner, I can now Pendulum Summon to that corner my Cleatfort Shell and my Cleatfort Cephalopod. And then I activate Cleatfort Genius's effect, meaning that when two monsters are special summoned at the same time to zones this card points to, I can add a level 5 or level 5 or higher Cleatfort monster from my deck to my hand, and I will choose my Cleatfort Disc. And then, yeah, because my field spell would allow me to, I will now tribute my Cleatfort Cephalopod, Cleatfort Shell, and Cleatfort Genius in order to tribute summon the almighty Oppo Cleatfort Towers! There we go, bringing in the ace monster right up the bat. Now, I activate Oppo Cleatfort Towers' special ability. I can send one card from my opponent's hand to the graveyard. And now, Oppo Cleatfort Towers, attack! And then I'll end my turn there. Although I didn't finish my opponent this turn, it seems like it's going to be pretty much over, but we'll see. Unless that face down card is something that can stop us entirely, well, we'll soon see. We've got a trap, clean mat change, very nice. And then I'll activate my Oppo Cleatfort Towers effect again, sending one of his cards to the graveyard, and okay, Oppo Cleatfort Skybase. Okay, well, had we let our opponent bring out his Pendulum monsters on the field, he would have been able to take one of our monsters. As you can see, once per turn you can target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. So he could have taken our Oppo Cleatfort Towers, and it would have been the end for us, but all well and good, all well and good. Now we will Pendulum summon back our Cleatfort Shell and bring to the field... Actually, no, we'll just bring in our Cleatfort Shell for now, and then we can suss out what we're going to do later. But then, I will then tribute my Oppo Cleatfort Towers and Cleatfort Shell in order to tribute summon my Cleatfort Disc. And thanks to Cleatfort Disc's special ability, I can special summon 2 Cleat monsters from my deck to the field. Okay. Okay. I don't... Oh, it negates the effect. Well, thankfully, my Cleatfort Disc can still attack, so attack Cleatfort Disc! Such mechanical might with the power of Pendulum. It's quite the archetype, I will say, it's quite the archetype. And I know there's still many more, but, well, let's see how their story ends, shall we? When an Ichora's sacred tree was uprooted, the Cleatforts were activated. These machines were a group of autonomous mobile weapons created to maintain equilibrium within the life system of the planet. When the Cleatforts sense an abnormality in the life system, they will mobilize to eliminate whatever it is. This time, what they sensed was the SHOUTOUT as a threat to be removed. The SHOUTOUT forces were battered relentlessly and brought to the brink of destruction by the Cleatforts. However, things took a sudden turn for the worst when they attempted to restrain and absorb El SHOUTOUT Winda. The divine powers within her ended up freeing the vanguards of destruction that were slumbering within the Cleatforts sealed until this moment. Contact with El SHOUTOUT Winda also affected the Cleatforts. Her power, a force equal to that of the gods themselves, was never meant to exist. Once the Cleatforts sensed that, they realised that there was a fatal error in the life system. They decided to eradicate all life on the planet in order to purify it, essentially resetting it. Will life prevail? Or is the world destined for ruination? This is but one part of the stars' unending battle. You'll surely come to know the fate of this planet in another story. Well, I'm not sure about that, to be fair, and what this ending means, but I think this is a pretty good start. A little good wink to what's going to be coming next week. So, with the end of our Pendulum Parade and the arrival of the Legend of the Star Heroes coming in the next 2 weeks on the horizon, that is going to be the end of this video. But of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video and the series to come, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content coming soon. Looking forward to seeing how this progresses, although It may be the same archetype for the next 2 weeks because there's a lot more story. I will, of course, be guaranteeing at least one duel among all that story. But either way, as soon as it's done, we'll be right back to our 3 archetypes a week and onward to the eventual arrival of the Xenoverse and Genshin one-off specials. But no matter what lies ahead in our future, it's always best spent with friends, and I'm very thankful to have every one of you, my friends, my families, and amigos here for such awesome adventures, and I cannot wait to share what the epic tale of the world heroes will entail. But for everyone actual Stupid 5, as well as everyone from the Mass Legion, and everyone on the Short Patrol made by Family Manny Posse, thank you so much for joining me for another adventure. I'll see you all next week, where we will enter the Legend of the Star Heroes and all the story has for us to offer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you all had a fun time today, and I'll see you all next time for more fun. Take care and enjoy your week ahead, everybody. Bye-bye.